that is the related with the terminology, some definitions and systems related with sewages and drainage conditions. So what is, let me discuss first, what is sewage or sanitary sewage? Sewage, perhaps you heard the name at your building, you have seen the sanitary sewage or sewage, it is the waste or foul water. Foul means objectionable with smell, with objectionable color, that we call the foul water in normal way, of the community conveyed by the sewer. Sewer means the conveying system, mainly is pipe through which the sewage flows. Sewage, water containing the wastewater containing the waste materials passing through the sewer. Now two types of sewage is there. One is the domestic or the sanitary, conventionally we are telling it as a sanitary sewage. It is the sewage originating from the urinals, latrines, bathrooms, kitchen sinks, wash basins, etc., etc. Of the residential building, maybe from the business centers, institutions, office buildings. So it mainly contains the human body waste, that is the human excreta. This is one part, that is the residential and the commercial as well, as because there also the sewage mainly comes from the human body waste, that is the human and excreta. We are telling as this is a domestic sanitary sewage. Another type of sewage is called, that is the industrial sewage, and that is the liquid waste obtained from the industrial processes such as dyeing, paper making, paint industries, iron steel industries, thermal power plant, different industries, milk dairy industries, tannery wastewater, that is tannery industries. Because in the developing country, development is inevitable. For that the industries are there. Day-to-day processing in the industry, you know, for the processing water is required in the industries, and from the industries the wastewater which is emerged from the industry, it is called the industrial waste. So which you have seen the sewage mainly of two types. One is the domestic or sanitary sewage, mainly from buildings, maybe residential, commercial buildings, which you have seen just now discussed, and the processing of the industrial process, that is the wastewater from industry, that called industry waste or industry sewage. The quality of the industrial sewage depends largely upon the type of the industry. Because, for example, I am telling the chrome tannery industry, chrome tanning process is there, and chromium is very toxic element. So, and it is carcinogen also. So, definitely it depends on the type of industry, what type of wastewater is there, and what chemical used in the process of the water. So, it might necessary sometimes industrial sewage may be foul and may require extensive treatment before being disposal in the public sewers. This is the thing. Now coming to the point of this definition and terminology, first you have to acquaint for before beginning of this course, environmental engineering 2. Now the terminology I am going to use, that drainage or storm sewage. Storm sewage means the storm, as I use the word storm, it is basically the runoff resulting from the rain storms. This is rainwater surface runoff after the rain falling. When the surface runoff arises, so it earlier used as a storm sewage, but in modern terminology, in modern approach, it is simply called the drainage. So basically the drainage and storm drainage is synonymous, rather I would say. So basically what you have seen, the drainage and storm sewage is nothing but the sewage, that is the water collected from the storms, rain storms, and collected from the surface runoff. Then sewage. What is the sewage? It is the wastewater resulting from bathrooms, kitchens, wash places and wash basins. Points to be noted, my dear students, that here the sewage which I am using, this may be the wastewater but does not contain any wastewater from latrine or urinal. I am highlighting only the water from the bathrooms, that is the bathing water, kitchens, wash places and wash basins. So what does it indicate? It indicates that it does not include discharge from latrine, or if you consider the institutional building like hospital, OT theater, that is the hospital operation theater operation theater, which has high content of organic matter. So sewage is not very foul as organic matter in it, either absent, or we can say it is of negligible amount. It can be disposed of in open drains without treatment, because it is not harmful as the foul characteristics of the pure wastewater, which you have seen in the sanitary sewage and the industrial sewage. So it is a different characteristics of wastewater. A part of the wastewater specifically, categorically we have mentioned from which area it is emerged, where the organic matter is nil or very negligible amount, and that is only possible if it is from bathroom or from wash basin or wash places and from kitchens, floor wash, etc., but not from latrine and the toilet and hospital operation OT theater, which highly contain the organic matters. Black water. What is black water? Now, black water contains water from the toilet. Black water requires treatment by chemical or biological agents and finally disinfection. Black water is not suitable for use indoors after any treatment. Rather, we can say, in true sense, all sewage, industrial sewage or sanitary sewage which we have discussed, but not sewage, may be considered as the black water, which directly emerges from the toilets, latrines, urinals, etc. But what is the grey water? Grey water is the contaminated or used water that does not contain sewage but may contain chemicals. It can come from baths, as we are discussing the sewage, showers, sinks or washing machines. So grey water can be used on gardens if it is either treated and not more than stored for 24 hours. So in true sense, sewage we can say the grey water, and sanitary sewage vis-a-vis the industrial wastewater which you have seen the black water, that can be put an example. So that is the difference between the black water versus grey water. Let us discuss about the sewerage systems. Slowly I am entering into the sewerage systems containing the wastewater, which is in your syllabus. Sewerage system, it is the science and art of collecting, treating and disposal of sewage. There are three types of sewerage system. One is the separate system, second one is the combined system, and third one is the partial separate system. Partial system, that means it is both separate as well as combined. Now what is the separate system? Let me talk. Separate system means in this system the sanitary sewage and storm water or drain water we can say, you have seen, are carried separately in two sets of sewers. That means there are the two pipelines. Two sewers means two conveying system, that is the two pipelines. Dedicated, there will be two pipelines we are laying, one for the sanitary sewage and another for the storm water. So the name indicates separate system because the separately two sewers are there for conveying the sanitary sewage and the storm water. So these two sets of sewers we are following in the separate system. Now what is combined sewerage system? Now in this system, the sewage, that means the sanitary sewage or industrial sewage, whatever we talk, and the storm water, that is the drainage, are carried combined in only one set of sewers to the wastewater. So a single pipeline carry both the sewage and the stormwater is called the combined sewage system. Partially separate sewage system means it is the compromise between the separate and the combined system, taking the advantage of both the systems. So I'm taking both the advantage of the combined as well as the separate system. So all these systems, separate, combined and partially separate systems, will be decided based on the suitability, local advantages, local terrain. That will discuss applicability, how applicability of this sewage system will be depend on what factors, that will elaborately discuss. So that will be case to case basis applicable. That will be seen, we'll see afterwards. In details, if we discuss the separate system, definitely we have seen the separate conduits are there. One is for the sewage and another is for the water runoff, that is a storm runoff. Now the stormwater collected can be directly discharged into the water body because it does not require any treatment. It does not require any foul water, foul gases. It is purely the rainwater. So we can discharge it into the water body without any treatment. So it has no fouls as sewage and no treatment is generally provided. But the sewage in separate system, one is the storm sewage, storm pipeline, that we can fall into the natural sources without the treatment. But the sewage collected from the city is treated adequately before it discharged into the water body. After the treatment, it can be used as a irrigation and for miscellaneous purposes to meet some desired standards. So separate system is advantageous and economical for big towns. That means where the town size is big. We will elaborately discuss the applicability in detail as per the conditions. Now, after the separate system, let me a few words about the combined system. As we have discussed earlier, that the combined system, along with domestic sewage, the runoff, not only the domestic sewage from residential building and commercial building, but also the storm runoff resulting from the storms is carried through the same conduit of sewerage system. In countries like India, where actual rainy days are very few, this system will face the problem of maintaining self-cleaning velocity in the sewers during dry season, because I have designed one big sewer pipe containing both the sewage, sanitary sewage and the storm sewage. But what will happen in the dry season if there is no rain? The storm sewage part will be nil, and only carrying sewage will be the sanitary sewage on the whole pipe. And then there is a problem for maintaining the self-cleaning velocity, and for that some silt will be precipitated because flow is not be adequate. So that means it will not be properly applicable for that case, and discharge may be far lower as compared to the design discharge after including storm water. So this problem I am highlighting where the storm combined system has to be applied and where the separate system has to be applied. Now, if we talk for the partially separate system, in this system, part of the storm water specially collected from roofs and paved courtyards of the buildings is admitted in the same drain, because we are in our roof in the building, the rainwater pipes are there collecting the rainwater. So definitely we can consider that rainwater, that is we can call it as a storm water. All whether the water which is fallen on the courtyards of our building, pavements of our buildings, that also water can be passed through the same drain where the building sanitary sewage also passed. So we are admitting some partial rainwater, not the whole rainwater of the city. Suppose for the area specifically, I am highlighting the roofs, the courtyards of the building. In the same drain, that same water, same drain means the drain which is constructed for the sewerage in the same drain, along with the sewage residence or institution, the same water from the storm water falling on the roof and courtyards, we pass on the same sewage drain. Then the stormwater from other places is collected separately using separate stormwater conduits. So it is a classic example of partially separate system. That means I am taking the advantage of the storm sanitary sewage, the partial stormwater. Partial stormwater means I am going to say the portion which is fallen on the roof of the building, on the courtyard of the building institutions and pavements, and the balanced stormwater, the external surface like roads and other areas, other places collected separately using separate stormwater conduits. So this is an example, we can say, a partial separate system. Very, very important, the applicability, we have to see where the applicability of the stormwater of the separate system, of the combined system, as well as the partially separate system will be applicable. That will go in detail for the applicability portion. Now, the applicability, let us consider the separate system applicability under following conditions. Separate system, there are the applicability case where the separate system will be applicable. There are the applicability case where the combined system will be applicable, and there are the applicability case where the will take the advantage either of the one, that is the separate and the combined. Let us discuss the first point, the financial aspect. If sufficient fund is not available at initial, then sewers are constructed only for carrying domestic sewage, and open drains are constructed to carry storm water, with a future provision of converting open drains into sewers as per availability of fund. Immediately we don't have fund, we are discussing in that manner. Suppose we are going to lay the pipes, we don't have funds. Fund is not permitting to lay a big diameter pipe, because here I have an option that the open drain can be made with the storm water. So let us stick to the point that due to financial crisis, due to fund non-availability of the fund, we can go for the lower size of the sewer for the sewage part, and let it be the open drains for the time being, for the fund crisis, for the stormwater sewage, and later the provision, if fund comes, then the open drain for the stormwater can be converted into the sewers as per the availability of fund. So all these things depends on the financial aspect, where you will put a combined sewer, or you will put a separate sewer, or you will put a separate sewer but in different form. One is a piping system and another in the drainage system, open drain system. Now next we have to the factor topography. We have to highlight the topography of the ground is very, very important, on which our decision depends whether we will go for the separate system or the combined system. Suppose if the topography of the ground is the flat, that means, you know, we all know that for flowing the water we need some steep slope for gravity flow of the water. That means for flat ground, the separate sewers are more suitable. Why? Because it is very difficult for laying the combined sewers at a bigger size in greater depth. Why I have to go the greater depth? Because the flat surface is there. So to maintain the surface, so to maintain the slope of the pipe, we have to excavate the depth from the soil, from the ground level. So more greater depth will be required in case of more dia pipe, and it will not be found technically feasible as well as the financial viable. So our decision is where the topography of the ground is flat, we have to go by the separate system rather than the combined system. As we have seen that combined system of larger diameter requires the greater depth to maintain the sloping of the pipe, which is definitely is not economical. Third factor regarding the applicability portion, I can highlight that the area where the rainfall occurs in shorter duration and do not occur throughout the year. So it is more economical to operate separate system, because if the rainfall occurs uniformly, do not occur throughout the year and for a short time and for the short duration, then what will happen if we go for the larger combined sewer? The maximum time the water will be less flow, and if the water will be less flowing, then automatically self-cleaning velocity will be not there. So definitely the silt precipitation will happen and it will damage the pipe. So for the area where the rainfall occurs in shorter duration, always decision to go for the separate sewer, which is much more economical compared to the combined and others. Now, if a natural stream it is found located nearby, so site location is a very important decision maker. If it is seen that the natural stream or natural river is located nearby, then separate system is best suited. Why? Because in separate system, the stormwater from the system, the separate sewer system can be disposed to the natural stream nearby, and the sewage which is carrying in the sewage separate system, separate sewer, that will be sent to the treatment plant for further treatment. So there is a possibility, if there is a separate system is there and nearby natural resources, natural stream is there, we can easily fall the stormwater from the separate system into the natural system, which could have not been possible without the treatment if it is in combined system. Where the sewage has to be filled up by pumping, obviously the pumping cost depends on the volume of water. So naturally, again, for pumping case, I am discussing when the lifting up for pumping of the wastewater, then obviously the separate system will be much more effective than the combined one, because it reduces the load on the pumps. Because in combined, the volume of water will be more, and it will create load on the pumps. So it is better for the sewage where it is a lifting case is by pumping is there, then definitely the separate system has to be applied. The ground having steep slopes, initially we have seen the ground having flat slope. So let us just opposite phenomena, when the ground terrain having steep slopes, then open drain construction is much easier to carry storm water for discharging into the natural streams, because the open drain follow the ground terrain, automatically by gravity it will flow to the natural stream. So no need for separate piping sewer system. If we cut the open drain following the natural terrain, and natural terrain itself it is in sloping terrain, so automatically natural drain for the storm water will be much more effective to dispose it in the natural streams. Now let us consider the condition of the subsoil, which is also a factor for deciding the installation of the separate or the combined system. If the subsoil is hard, suppose rock or hard soil, then decision is taken for separate system, as it is difficult to lay combined sewer. Combined sewer means the large diameter of pipes of larger diameter in hard stratum. If the sewers are laid before the development of area, it is preferable to adopt separate systems. Again, I am telling, if the sewers are laid before the development of area, still the development is in process. Full development has not been done, has not been arrived in the area, so it is preferable to adopt the separate system. Combined system is preferred when space available for laying of sewers is restricted. We don't have acquired land width. We don't have acquired width of the laying sewer lines. What to do? there is very difficult to lay for the combined sewer of the large area because area is restricted. So in this specific case of area restriction case, we have to go for the combined system. Combined system is preferred when space available for laying sewer is restricted. So for an integrated development as a whole, a combined system is preferred. Integrated development means not only the sewerage development with other activities also, then it will be in a combined manner because we have to see the integrated development. Combined system is preferred if the rainfall is evenly distributed throughout the year, that we have seen, because if it is rainfall is evenly distributed, then the rainwater is ensured to us, storm water quantity is ensured to us, so there is no problem of non-availability of the self-cleaning velocity. So silt precipitation can be avoided, and in that combined system is preferred for rainfall where the rainfall is distributed through the year evenly. Before going through the advantages and disadvantages of different sewerage system, one terminology I have highlighted specifically, the self-cleansing velocity in the sewer. The self-cleansing velocity of sewage is very, very important terminology that we have mentioned in last lecture. But let me explain what do we mean by the self-cleansing velocity. It is actually basically the velocity at which the solid particles will remain in suspension without settling at the bottom of the sewer. What does it indicate? It indicates that we have to maintain the self as a designer. In the sewage design, we have to maintain the self-cleaning minimum self-cleansing velocity of the sewage, so that the solid particles, that in the waste particles, remain in suspension, and settling of that particle won't be allowed in the sewer, producing the silting in the sewer system. It is that velocity at which even the scour of the deposited particles of a given site will take place. It is not possible to maintain thin self-cleansing velocity throughout the day. Why? Because of the fluctuations in sewage flow. As we know, in the seasonal fluctuations, summer, winter, and all these things, the flow will fluctuate. So definitely it is very difficult to self-cleaning velocity throughout the day. During minimum flow of sewage, the velocity of flow is less than the self-cleansing velocity. Hence, self-cleansing velocity should be maintained at least in a day. Otherwise, as I have told, the basic theme of the self-cleaning velocity, while we will maintain, that objective will not be fulfilled. That means what I am trying to say, the suspended particle matter will not be in suspended condition, it will be settled, and the silting will take place in the sewer, and that must be avoided. So everywhere this term self-cleansing velocity I will refer. So before referring, I must give you the clear conception what is the self-cleansing velocity in the sewage flow in sewer. Let us discuss the first sewerage system, that is a combined system. What is the advantage? The advantage, let me discuss in the combined system. I have already indicated in the last lecture that this combined system will be appropriate throughout if the raining is done throughout a year. So there is no need for flushing of sewers, as self-cleaning velocity will be developed due to more quantity because of addition of the storm water. So definitely in the highly rainfall area where the rainfall is spread throughout a year, will get the advantage of the combined system of sewer for maintaining the self-cleansing velocity, which I am immediately telling you, and it will be developed due to more quantity because of addition of storm water. Second advantage I am going to tell for the combined system is, one set of pipe will be required for house plumbing, very, very economical, because suppose rainwater pipe and the sewer pipe will be the same. So the plumbing will be very much easier if single piping system is there. That is, the combined system means single piping carrying the sanitary sewage as well as the storm sewage, as I have repeatedly told earlier lecture also. So this is one advantage, that only one set of pipe will be required. So cost of construction will be easy. It will be economy for the building plumbing layout. Now in the congested area, it is easy to lay one pipe rather than the two pipes. So in congested area, two pipe separate system may not be feasibly possible, but that is, the single pipe of large diameter is possible in a congested area. So this is one of the advantage in laying of the combined system of sewerage. Maintenance cost definitely is reduced, as we have to maintain in a single pipe rather than the separate two pipes. Chances of choking are less in combined sewer due to large size, as the area, that is the diameter of the pipe, is more. So the choking material, that is the suspended particle materials, which will be flowing to the sewage. So that chances of choking will be there, since the cross section is more, the diameter is more, because it is typically happened in the smaller dia pipe. But in this case, the chances of choking will be less, since you are using the larger dia in a combined sewer. The strength of the sewage is reduced by dilution, because storm water, basically it is a rainwater, is a clear water. We have discussed, without any foul, without any containment matter. So basically it dilutes the sewage, that means the sanitary sewage. So strength of the sewage is reduced by dilution. So treatment, there will be some efficient treatment can be done, because if diluted strength of wastewater can be treated very efficiently rather than the raw wastewater, there the reagents will be required much more for treatment, and the unit of the treatment area also requirement more in case of the strengthful wastewater rather than the diluted wastewater. So that is the one advantage in combined sewerage system in a single pipe system, whether the rainstorm water is mixed with the sanitary sewage water and make it diluted, so that for making it an efficient treatment system. Chances of foul smell is reduced. Definitely, as the rainwater, that means the storm water, is mixed with the sanitary sewage water, domestic or the commercial, definitely the strength of the wastewater gets reduced, and automatically the foul smell is reduced. So these are the advantages of the combined sewerage system. My dear students, I am going to highlight. Now next time I will go to the disadvantages of the combined system. So let us see the disadvantages of the combined system, because every system, sewerage system, three system we discussed in the earlier lecture, there has to be some advantages as well as disadvantages. So let us see what are the disadvantages of the combined sewerage system. It is not suitable for the area with small period of rainfall because dry weather flow will be small, due to which self-cleansing velocity may not develop in sewers, resulting in silting. Definitely, if the rain is not there in dry season, so the flow will be dry and the self-cleansing velocity will not be developed, and resulting silting operation, that means the settlement of the particles, suspended particles, that is called the silting, will be taken place in the sewers. Now the second disadvantage I am talking for the combined sewerage is the large flow is required to be treated at sewerage treatment plant before disposal, hence resulting the higher capital and operation cost of the treatment plant. Because since the rainwater vis-a-vis the storm water is added with the sanitary sewage, so definitely the volume of water to be treated will be much more, which will be sent to the treatment plant, because without the treatment, this single system, that is the combined sewage, cannot be disposed to the natural water system without the treatment. And hence the large flow, since the double flow is flowing, one is the sanitary sewage, another is the stormwater sewage, so definitely the large flow will be treated in the treatment plant, increasing the higher capital and operating cost of the treatment plant. When pumping is required, this system is uneconomical. Why? because pumping means the lifting the sewage. So addition of the rainwater is taken place along with the sanitary sewage in the combined system, increasing the volume of the water, creating on the pumping system. As we know, more the volume, more it creating on the pumping system. So when pumping is required, this system is uneconomical. During rains, overflowing of sewers will spoil public hygiene because there is the only sewage system flowing, including the domestic sewage and the storm sewage. So if overflows in case of during raining condition, overflowing occurs, definitely it will spoil the public hygiene. And there is a highly chances of overflow of the sewage water in the rainy season due to the combined sewage system. Cost of construction is very high because larger diameter means larger excavation, larger deep. You have to maintain the deeper excavation. Cost of the pipe will be increased the larger number of dia. So definitely the cost of construction is very high. Handling and transportation. So for the large diameter is concerned for the combined sewer, definitely it is difficult. Handling and transportation. Now, combined system is uneconomical in case of pumping for lifting sewage, as you have seen in the advantageous position, because load is much more on the pumping system, so it will not be suitable for pumping system for lifting the sewage. In combined sewage system, sewage becomes foul in dry weather if the rainwater is not available. If the rainwater is available, then it is diluted, no fouling takes place, or fouling will be reduced, it will be taken care, fine. But when it is the dry weather, that in no raining is there, definitely the sewage in combined sewer becomes foul, and that is one of the disadvantages of the combined sewerage system. Let me talk about the advantages and disadvantages of the separate system. Fine. Advantages of the separate system. First advantages I am going to highlight is as sewage flows in separate pipe. Hence, the quantity to be treated at sewerage treatment plant is small, resulting in economy of treatment because the storm water will be flowing in a different separate sewer, so no need for treatment of there, that is not found, so that can be disposed to the natural water surface like river, like stream, so no need to reach them to the treatment plant. So definitely for the separate system we are getting the advantage. The quantity to be treated at sewage treatment plant is small because sewage treatment plant will be handling the only the domestic sewage plant or industrial sewage plant, not the stormwater part, because stormwater is separately carried and it will be disposed to the natural river stream system. Second advantage of the separate system is this system may be less costly as only sanitary sewage is transported in closed circuit and storm water can be collected and converted through open drain. Fine, in open drain, open brick drain, for that the no necessary for the separate piping, that is the separate sewer for the storm water. So definitely the cost will be less. Not only that, the less the diameter, less excavation of the piping, less deeper of the excavation is required, and less diameter pipe means the cost of the pipe is also per length of the meter is less, per construction cost definitely will be less if the size of the pipe is lower, because we are bypassing the stormwater system in the open drains. Third advantage I can talk in the separate system, when the pipe pumping is required during disposal, the system is economical due to less flow. Why less flow? Because the unlike the combined system, the amount of water flow will be less in separate system. So loading on the pumping system will be less. So handling of the pumping system will be less. So it will be economical due to less flow. Now let us see the disadvantage of the separate system. Disadvantage of the separate system: self-cleansing velocity may not be developed at certain locations in sewers. Hence, flushing of sewers may be required. Why? Because in a separate system of the stormwater, if there is no stormwater rule and so this is a dry condition, so then their problem may be raised. This system, that means the separate system, requires laying two sets of pipes, which may be difficult in congested area. In congested area, we will always prefer a single pipe, that is the combined pipe system, combined sewerage system, that is a single pipe. Because in congested area, it is very difficult for laying two independently separate pipes, one for the sanitary sewage and for the stormwater. Third advantage of the separate system, I am going to tell that this system will require maintenance of two sets of pipelines, and hence the maintenance cost is more compared to the combined system. There we have seen in one pipe, single pipe system, the maintenance would have been easier, but in the separate system, since it is involving of two sewer systems, so definitely doubling maintenance has to be taken care. So maintenance of two sets of pipelines will be cost is more. Since the sewers are of small size, it is difficult to clean them. There is a probable chance of choking the materials, as the diameter of the pipe is less over here, because we are talking for the separate pipe is less diameter. It is not like the bigger diameter than the combined system. So there is highly chance for choking the materials in the system, and they are likely to get choked. Definitely that is going to happen. Stormwater sewer only comes in use during the rainy season. So in dry season, these are used as a dumping for the garbage and may be choked. That is a major disadvantage in this separate system. And finally, the disadvantage corresponding to the separate system, I can tell, because of lesser air contact in smaller size sewers, foul smell may be there due to sewage gas formed. Because as there is a chance of lesser air contact in place due to smaller diameter, smaller opening, so foul smell may be there due to sewage gas formed. Now the last sewerage system advantages and disadvantages we will discuss. Let's see, that is the partially separate system. So we will take both the advantages of the combined system as well as the separate system, and disadvantage of the combined and separate system will be coming here. Both the combination of the disadvantage will be coming here, earlier two, and combination of the advantages of the earlier two system will be coming here as a advantage of this partially separate system. Let's see what is the advantage of the partially separate system. Now, economical, it is very economical, and reasonable size sewers are required. So cleaning is not so difficult. It is not too small, too large. Too large means, I am telling you, it is not too large compared to the combined sewer system. Similarly, I can say it is not too less compared to the separate system, because sometimes in building, suppose partially separate system means, in my lecture I have just highlighted that suppose in the area of building where the roof water is catching the rainwater, and there is a chance of collecting the rainwater from the roof as well as for the courtyards and landscaping areas. This type of water outlays of the outlays pipes of the watering system has to be maintained in a same pipe, the same sewer where the sewage or the sanitary sewage flows. So, but in other road areas or external areas, the separate system of the stormwater carrying sewers are maintained. So, what does it indicate? It is partially separate system. That means in building we are maintaining the combined system, but in road infrastructure we are maintaining the separate system. So it is economical and reasonable size sewers are required. So cleaning is not so difficult. Work of house plumbing is reduced as rainwater from roofs, sewage from bathrooms and kitchen, etc. are combined with discharge from water closet. Definitely, we can say the UPVC pipelines, basically which is being provided as a soil pipeline connected from the cisterns, commodes, and WC water closet, which we are saying. and there the pipeline from the roofs or water, if it is connected, so it can be flow in the same line. So the plumbing work in the building will be much more easier, will be much more economical, taking care of the rainwater from the roofs as well as from the sewage from bathrooms and kitchen, combining with the discharge from water closets. Flushings of sewers may not be required as small portion because in the building, suppose for example, I am just highlighting that partially separate system, that building sewage has been, domestic sewage I mean to say, has been passed through the rainwater in the same system. That means, but for the raining system, rainwater itself, rainwater is maintaining the self-cleaning velocity in the sewer. So no need for flushing the system of the cistern also, because flushing of sewers may not be required. A small portion of storm water is allowed to enter into sanitary sewage. So automatically rainwater will pass the sewage from the toilet. So no need for flush. So water consumption will be less because we are using the water, rainwater for this purpose. So this is one of the greatest advantage in the separate sewage system, in the partially separate sewage system, Now it combines the advantage of both the separate as well as the combined system, because I have already told you that the partially separate system is a combination effect of the combined system and the separate system. The storm water permitted in the sewers eliminates the chances of choking. The sewers are completely clean during rainy season. Definitely, the rainy season, the rainwater, if it is continually allowed to pass through the sewer lines, automatically there is a chance of choking of the suspended particles, waste materials in the pipelines can be avoided, and it is completely clean during rainy season. The problem of disposing of storm water from homes is simplified, because it will be go to the public sewer. Like rainwater will go to the public sewer along with the domestic sewage. This is the thing. Now let's see what is the disadvantages. Now disadvantages of the partially separate system is that it increases cost of the pumping as compared to the separate system. To some extent, I can say the volume of water will be more, because in separate system we are adding the rainwater falling on the roof, falling on the courtyard, in landscaping, in the building portion. So compared to the separate system, the volume of the water in the partially separate system is more. So definitely it will create the load on the pumping and increase cost of the pumping in the treatment plant. An intermediate pumping station may be required as per necessary condition. So in dry weather, self-cleaning velocity may not develop in sewers. Definitely, whatever the advantages we are discussing regarding that, the rainy season, no need for flushing, that the natural water, that is the rainwater, will clear the choking materials, particles, and maintain the self-cleaning velocity. But what will be about the dry weather? Then again, the disadvantage comes. The self-cleaning, there is a problem of the self-cleaning velocity maintenance, because no rainwater is there. So then in dry water, if there is a problem of self-cleaning velocity which may not develop in sewers. As very beginning of my lectures, I have used the term self-cleaning velocity. It is very, very important, because minimum cleaning velocity we have of the sewage in the sewer throughout the year, throughout the period, to be maintained to avoid the settling or silting in the of the particles in the bottom of the pipes, and to maintain the flow. So for this, the minimum self-cleaning velocity is very, very required. And in every system, whether it is a separate system, whether it is a combined sewage system, whether it is a partially separate system, this self-cleaning velocity has to be taken care for maintaining purpose of the sewage. So this is all about the sewage system.